Hey everyone! If you're new here or if you're a returning viewer and you've forgotten, which is fair, hello, my name is Straya and I started this channel back in 2021 when I was living alone teaching English in Japan as part of the JET program. But a lot of things have changed since then. It's 2024 now. 3 years have passed since I started this channel and I'm not in Japan anymore. I actually live in New Zealand with my Kiwi boyfriend. So clearly lots of things have changed and I did pretty well to record snippets of my life during all of the major transitions. But of course it was during those transitions where I was the busiest and editing and making videos fell by the wayside. And that's why now I have this massive backlog of like 2 years of life that I have yet to share with you, but I wanted to. So for the next several videos, it's gonna be a bit of a travel back in time, if you will, back to as early as 2021. Well, December 2021. And I want to kind of update you on my life and what happened up until the present time. I'm going to try to arrange things by theme and also comment on those events. That way each video is more of a look back for me, and for you, hopefully I can depart some retrospective lessons or like little tidbits about living in Japan or being an expat or even being an artist trying to be a full-time artist. At the very least, I hope you find this a little bit entertaining. So let me give you a preview of what's to come. 2022 was my last year on the JET program. This meant that I had 3 options. A, I move back to California and find a job. B, I find a job in Japan and stay that way. Or C, do something else entirely, like go to a brand new country to live in. No matter which option, one thing I had to do was reckon with the various material items that I had accumulated throughout the years of living alone and see what would survive the purge and what I would take in the next chapter of my life. So if you're a fan or enthusiast of the KonMari method or like light casual minimalism or essentialism even, you might find that very interesting to see me purge my stuff. Oh yeah, there was also that little stint in 2022 when I went to Spain for 10 days. That video is super late. That footage is super old now, but still gonna make that video. 2023 is when my boyfriend and I packed up from Japan and moved back to his place in New Zealand. Honestly, I didn't record that much of my life in the first 6 months of being here. I was dealing with this kind of chronic medical condition that, it's eczema. It was eczema. I've had eczema when I was a kid. It died down, but it came back with a vengeance. I think when I changed hemispheres, completely changed seasons, changed lives, and so on. It was a lot for my body to go through that change, and it reacted accordingly by reactivating my eczema. And sure, it looks like just a skin rash to any outsider, but it really affected my mental pretty bad, and that's why I didn't record that much in the first 6 months. I'll talk about it more in depth, I guess, with what footage I can salvage. But yeah, 2024 is when we moved to our current location in Auckland, and I will say things got a lot better for the eczema, and that's when I started to film a bit more, so that should be more interesting to actually watch. This year I also decided to plant some firm, strong roots into becoming a full-time artist, starting with my newsletter. I started the newsletter back in January. Kept it pretty casual just to like see who's invested in seeing me grow as a person and as a professional. If you're interested in that, I will post a QR code on my face, or you can check the link below in the video description. It's free. I update it once a month, and it's a newsletter, something that pretty much every professional artist I know has. It's definitely, for me, taken the pressure off of updating something like Instagram regularly, because I know that the people who are interested in me have already signed up, and They're the ones who actually really need to know or want to know what I'm doing, and it's just once a month, so it's no pressure on either parties, I think. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. If you'd like a refresher on how this channel evolved, I recommend going to the very first video that I posted here. It was a video that I made entirely on a whim. I used music that I don't have any real rights to, whoopsies, but I mean, it's something that I did, and that's how it all started. I also recommend this little Q&A video that I did with like 25 subscribers and like 10 people who actually responded to the survey I did on Instagram to ask me questions. In 2023, I also managed to record small videos every single day for that year, and I compiled it into a 1 second a day just compilation of that year of my life. So if you'd like to see that, there's a link over here and in the description. Many of the moments in that video will be revisited more in depth later on, but yeah, it's gonna be a little bit weird, but I want to make these videos, I want to share it with you, and I want to practice speaking to the camera again, because man, there's going to be a lot of ums and pauses that I'm going to have to edit from this recording right now. Anyway, see you next time. Take care. It's called the Beehive. Beehive. Beehive.
Beehive.